And the cross was there staring at me, and I was behind him. I was trying to get him around, and I was like, come on, Jesus, drive. Come on, drive, man, come on. And I started wondering what he was doing in there. And I ended up writing a song about it. It's called If Jesus Drove a Motorhome.
On this episode of Cypress Sessions, we meet up with Pensacola native Jim White, preacher, filmmaker, songwriter, spiritual guru. This man can only be described as a Florida mystic. And his music not only helps us heal, but transcend.
I'm a movie on the TV. I'm a 50-gallon drum of ass-whooping fiction. I'm a monster truck attraction, a roadside religion. My life's a schizophrenic version of a psychedelic vision. Hey, hey.
He was a taxi driver in New York City for several years, so he's just lived a very interesting life. He was a surfer, and nearly a professional surfer. And he's got all these different angles that make up his personality, that give him unique outlooks on all kinds of things.
When I first met Jim, I'd been hired to do sound for a concert he was doing in a venue up in Tallahassee, Florida. I'd never heard of him, didn't know a thing about him or his music, and I just thought, wow, this is great stuff. I could relate particularly to the dark stuff. I'm a dark music fan, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Dark music is just people trying to clear their soul, I think.
Yep.
You got to get it out there somewhere.
Yep.
You can't hold that in.
It's the talking cure.
Yeah.
It's letting the darkness out so that it doesn't eat you up.
Tuesday I start twitching, Wednesday I'm insane. Thursday I lay dying, Friday I'm quite dead. Saturday I get carried away by things better left unsaid.
I was made aware of him in the late 1990s when his music was being released by David Byrne's label, and a friend turned me on to his music, and when I found out he was from Pensacola, that really got me excited when it came to time to putting the Cypress Sessions shows together.
Jim was born in California, but raised in Pensacola since he was 5. Eventually, he made his way to Sopchoppy, Florida, where he became the musical guru that we know today.
For some weird reason, musicians seem to be willing to make a trip here. So we get folks like Jim and some other really quality artists that will come and play here for God knows why, but they will. And
Some places just have the right energy.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
And it's even in the name, Sopchoppy. I just have fun saying Sopchoppy. It's gratifying. It's like a good sneeze.
Jim studied film at NYU, and so he actually had a very valuable role in the filmmaking of his episode as well as the music making of his episode.
Final kiss of day, I seek the love that never fails. I seek the love that never fails.
I think the first incarnation of an artistic experience is to make sense of the trouble in your mind. And then the second part is to try to translate that into beauty, which is transformative for others.
He's got a very unique approach to making music. He combines a lot of different interests and influences that may not even seem congruous with the kind of music he makes when he makes it, but when you hear it, and both on his record and in live performance, it is striking at what a great storyteller he is, and the influences that inform his musical performance as well as his storytelling are just as wide and varied and interesting as I could have imagined.
In the South, there's not a lot of, it seems like you can either go the dark way or you can go the light way, and the dark way is drugs and booze and sex, and the light way is Jesus.
At age 30, our third eye opens, and we're exposed to things we might not understand. But with Jim White as our guide, we can find the positive vibes.
Lost souls, they end up on this thin tide line between the human habitation and the ocean. They're stuck there. And so in those tidal zones, as you know from biology, tidal zones are very active places. There's a lot of activity, good and bad. There's a lot of predatory behavior. So it seemed like Florida kind of had a similar, particularly Northwest Florida where I was, had that similar kind of tidal zone energy, like all the flotsam and jetsam from the country was washing down and ending up wandering the beaches where I lived. It wasn't a great reckoning.
And when you're an outcast, you start thinking about things other than immediate concerns. Your mind drifts to metaphysical issues and cosmological things and, astronomy and astrology and all kinds of things. And I got in that state of mind in my 30s. It's certainly a dismal state of mind. I hope never to go back to it. But I wrote some good songs during it. And this is one, I think it's the saddest song ever written about duct tape. Sunday I am young and wild, Monday I go lame. Tuesday I start twitching, Wednesday I'm insane.
On the next episode of Cypress Sessions, we'll be talking to legendary blues musician Willie Green and his brand of deep South harmony. We will be heading to the historic Marjorie Keenan Rawlings house, as well as exploring the famous Florida restaurant, The Yearling. Step back in time to a slower pace, where Southern drawl is the norm, and everything was cooking in the kitchen.